Well, now you're looking and scrambling probably to fill those open positions with a Black person to now show everyone that your organization is not racist. And on the surface, it kind of sounds like a really good idea. Like, wow, that's great that you're making sure that you have diversity in your organization. And I applaud anyone who is making sure that they have diversity. But I don't want it to be one of these things where we're trying to fill quotas. There are so many problems with that. One of the things that we know is when someone comes into an organization and they are there simply to be the one face at the table, or for the organization to say, hey, look at us, we hired a Black person. That person, it hinders their performance. They're not able to perform at the level that we know that they can, not because they lack the skills, the knowledge, or the abilities, simply because the way they were brought in. They're asking themselves, am I filling a quota? Was I really the most qualified? Is this, a political move? You don't want that person sitting at that table thinking about that. So what I want us to do is think about talent identification. Think about in our organization who we can identify in our organization who is ready right now to take that role and happens to be Black. Not she's Black or he's Black, and so now let's give them the role. I want us to look for Black women in your organization who is ready, because when you bring them in the organization, you're saying, I'm developing them, I'm grooming them into that leadership role. Then you're pretty much developing them and grooming them to behave and to think the way everyone else is thinking. And then you're not actually allowing them to explore their diversity and make unique contributions. So what I want us to do is identify who's ready, who is ready right now, and who we can bring in who have the leadership, the technical skills for this particular role. And so this way we can now have all of that person come to work. Too many times, African American people or African American women and Black women come to work and they code switch. Code switching, they change the way they speak, they change the words that they use, they change their demeanor, they change some of their gestures. And so you don't get an opportunity to get all of that woman. You only get the part that she knows is going to assimilate into your organization that's going to be acceptable. And especially when you're talking about developing and her grooming her, she is going to code switch and you are going to miss out on everything that she has. So I am encouraging you to do talent identification. Identify in your organization some of the Black women who are ready to take those roles that you know that they absolutely are qualified for, and watch them bloom. Watch them make a major contribution to your organization. Don't stifle out the differences, because that's what you were looking for. And now that you have an opportunity to have it, let it grow, let it bloom. If you want to have more conversations like this, join me in our LinkedIn group, HR for Her.